Hi guys, for this tutorial series I'm going to be teaching you how to use some of the functions in Unreal Engine 5. To begin, just a bit of a disclaimer, this tutorial series is aimed at my students. If you're not a student, then feel free to follow along. However, I'm not going to go through any of the initial sort of setting up using Epic Games Launcher or anything. Me or one of the other tutors should have given you a blank project like this one here. All I've done is I've copy and pasted this project file and I've renamed mine to tutorial project. But the steps to open it are the exact same. So we're going to open the folder, and then down here you'll have this Unreal Engine project file. You'll see this little blue icon showing it. Yours also a blank project, and you can rename that to whatever you want your project to be called. But we'll double click that and it should open the engine. You'll see a little pop-up that comes up. If you get any on the college PCs, you may have a pop-up that comes up asking you to enter some sort of admin password or make changes to your system. Just press cancel, because you won't have the admin password or anything. That's just for staff members. But if you press cancel, it should just bypass it. If you do this through Unreal Engine or the Epic Games Launcher, should I say, it will probably ask you for the admin password and it won't let you progress beyond. But that should open just fine, and your window should look something like this. This is the default blank project in Unreal. So I'm just gonna walk you through the viewport. So this area here, where we see the game, this is what we refer to as the viewport. And what you can do is, so if you left click, you can select objects within the world. If you hold right click, you can look around, you can manipulate the camera. And whilst you're holding right click, you can use W, A, S, and D to move around. You can also use the arrow keys if you prefer that. Using E and Q will let you go up and down in the viewport. And if you can see where I've selected this, you'll see this little thing here that has the coloured arrows. This is for you to move an object around. So if you click on one of the arrows, you can drag it around. If you see at the top of the viewport here, we've got a few more controls. So this one here is the translation tool, and this is what we've got on by default. That's what's letting us move. But if we click this one, it enables rotation. So we can rotate our object. And then this one is a scale tool, which lets you enlarge or decrease it. Up here, we have a few more controls about, so they relate to these tools here. So this is like a snapping tool. So if we move over to the movement one, you'll see that I've increased it so it moves in bigger chunks. Same with rotation, you can increase or decrease the angle that it rotates at. So if I change this to 30 degrees, it'll rotate in like bigger chunks. But instead, if I lower these down to like 1 and try to move it now, you'll see it moves a lot smoother. So there are some times where you'll want it to move pixel by pixel, but then there are some times, like if you're trying to build a level, where you may want it to snap in like big chunks. It may help for you to do it that way. Another thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning is, if you're using this from a home computer, first of all, it needs to be Unreal Engine 5.4.4, and I'll put that up on the screen. It's very important that you're using the same version, because if you run one that's higher or even lower, and you try to open it at college on the college PCs, it's going to have to like convert the project so that it'll work on the same version, and it may cause like bugs and errors. Because there may be like new tools implemented in this version or later versions that aren't compatible with each other, and it'll just cause a massive headache. So please, if you're using this from home and you're following these tutorials, you really need to be using version 5.4.4. when you are using it from a computer from home, I don't know the exact specs. You can find those on the Unreal Engine website of the kind of computer that you need to run this. But if it is running poorly for you, for me it's running okay, but if it does run poorly for you, you can come up here, you can come to the settings, and then down here there's engine scalability. And this is basically like your graphics settings. So if you're having trouble, try bump this down. So you can bump it down to like low and medium. It doesn't look as good, but it should run a lot better for you. I believe by default the engine tries to target 60 frames per second. You can see that in like the project settings, but I'm not going to focus on that. Whatever you do though, don't change it to cinematic. You can do, but it may lag your computer out a little bit, because that's kind of just for like, I'm guessing it's for like if you want to take screenshots of your game and things like that. You're not realistically meant to like run the engine in cinematic mode, but it's up to you if you want to try that. You can also, so we've gone through the basic controls of like moving and rotating and whatnot. If you want to duplicate an object, you can use your normal like Control C, Control V, and it'll duplicate it. Or you can do Control X and Control V to like cut and paste. Or what's easier, and it's easier this way because you can sort of select multiple things. I did that by holding Control, by the way. So if you click and then hold Control, you can select both of them. But if you hold Alt and then drag off, you can duplicate it that way. So now we've got 4 of these cubes, and you could even go through, select all of those, hold Alt, and then duplicate that. And it just makes it, if you've got items that need to be like repeated, so let's say like floor tiles or walls and stuff, you can just very easily create multiple things all at the same time without having to copy and paste each individual one. You've got quite a lot of control. Also, we can add new objects into our scene. So if you come up here and press on this, it's like a 3D cube with a plus symbol on it. We're just going to focus on this tab here that has the shapes. There's various different shapes. Don't worry about any of the other things. But if you see here, you can click on it and drag in a cube into the scene. Just change my snapping settings. So we've got this cube, and we can make it thin, make it long, make it tall. So what I want you to try and do, so we can duplicate it and maybe duplicate it again, do a little 90-degree angle on it, and you can slowly start to sort of build little rooms and things like that. What I want you to do is I want you to try having a go at maybe like on the edge of here or something, or maybe in the corner. I want you to try building a little room, and maybe even try put a little roof on it for me. So try do that, and then let me know when you're finished.